Hi, my name is Ali, you've tuned into the blog, and this week we're going to be looking at bullying.
One more depending on a prep, and we all look away. People pretending everywhere. It's just another day. There's bullets flying through the air, and they still carry on. We watch it happen over there, and then just turn it off. We must stand together. There's no giving in. Hand in hand forever. That's when we all win. That's when we all win. That's when we all win. They tell us everything's alright, and we just go along. How can we fall asleep at night when something's clearly wrong? When we could feed a starving world with what we throw away, but all we serve are empty words that always taste the same. We must stand together. There's no giving in. Hand in hand forever. That's when we all win. That's when we all win. That's when we all win. The right thing to guide us is right here inside us. No one can divide us when the light is nearly gone. But just like a heartbeat, the drumbeat carries on. And the drumbeat carries on.
Hello guys, and welcome to the blog. Today we have a special guest with us, Aiden from Canterbury Bulldogs.
Hey guys, how you going?
How do you think bullying affects young people?
Well, I suppose there's two different types of bullying. I suppose it's physical and emotional. So I suppose it can affect people's self-confidence, not willing to be themselves. I suppose that's a big thing because you want everyone to be themselves in the end. So physically, it can cause injuries and things like that. So it's very damaging to people, especially if it happens at school. It can affect their whole lives in general. So it's I think the biggest thing is to stand up for it, especially if you see it happening around the playground.
Awesome.
So if you were to see it happening, what would you do if you witnessed it?
Well, the first thing is to stand up, to go and tell somebody who is a bit of authority, or a teacher, or a parent, or somebody like that. As I said, bullying it can be both physically and emotionally. I think the one that probably stands out the most and affects people is the emotional side, because it can affect them for years and years. So the biggest thing would be to stand up. If you're not, I suppose, stand up to a bully is a type of bullying itself. So I'd be to go and tell somebody and to tell the actual person that it's not that bad. It's not it's not the end of the world. Just to try and keep their head up.
Thank you.
How could we all prevent bullying?
Well, to prevent it, I suppose it's a hard question, because people act differently, and some bullies are doing it for their own confidence to try and make themselves feel better. So it's a tough question, but again, I suppose the best way of preventing it is to not do it yourself. If you see people bullying, just you don't have to put them in front of everybody, because that can cause more problems. But just have a quiet word to them on the side. If you are a friend, just say to them, look, that's probably not the right place to be doing that, especially in front of other people. And if they are if they are in front of their peers, and they can do it because they feel pressured to. So I suppose that's the biggest thing, just to talk to them and tell them that it's not the right thing to do, because it can affect people seriously.
I find in my school that people start off as a joke and then it gets serious. How do you think you could tell young people when to stop?
Well, I suppose that happens in life. It happens at training all the time. But I think because we're comfortable around each other, we know each other's limits, we know each other's personalities, it's a bit easier. Whereas I think when you get that grey areas, if some people don't know each other that well and they can push those boundaries, and that's when people can get really hurt, or people can snap and can affect them. So I just think, there is a difference between bullying and having a joke, and but I think that, there's a fine line between people you don't really know. I think that's where the big issue is. If you see people that keep getting bullied and it's not a joke, then people can tell if it's a joke or not. So I think that's the biggest thing. If people are getting bullied and people are getting laughed at because they're different or they don't quite fit in, then that's where the problem is.
Thank you.
Have you been bullied or bullied anyone while you were younger?
Well, I probably think so. I think growing up, I think you try and do it to fit in. You look back on it now and it's not the right thing to do. I think when I was growing up, it wasn't such a big issue as what it is now. I think it's coming more to the light that bullying is a real problem in schools, and I think it's becoming out of control, and I think we've got to try and stop it, and it starts with the school kids these days. And I think the older you get, the more you can deal with those issues that you get, and the more you can deal with bullying in the workplace and stuff like that. But I think it affects younger kids because they don't have the tools to stand up for themselves or to stand up for other people that are getting bullied. So I think that's where it needs to start.
Has bullying affected you in any way, like long term, short term?
No, not really. I'm the type of guy that sort of just shrugs things off and doesn't really affect me too much. If people want to bully me or say things about me, I've got no time for them, so I just move on and find people that I want to be around and I want to hang around with. And so it hasn't really affected me too much, but I can see why it does. I can see why people fall into that same thing of getting bullied all the time, and it affects with them, physically and emotionally. That it affects with them over a long term, and it can have serious health issues. So I think as I said before, at a school level it needs to start, and that way it'll filter through the other parts of life.
And how can we tell our youth or younger people to avoid bullying?
I think it's hard to avoid it because you're going to get it wherever you go. In all walks of life there's bullying, in school, in the workplace there's always bullying. But I think, as I said, it's finding the people that you want to be around and being around those people that don't bully to make themselves feel better and things like that. And I think that's the only way you can avoid it, is being around people that actually care about you, so they don't push those limits or don't make you feel like that. Because who wants to feel down there? Everyone wants to so everyone wants to enjoy life as much as they can, and you don't want to be around people that are making you feel like that. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just if you are getting bullied, keep your head up. If you're on the other side, tell somebody that might be able to do something. If not, just move on and don't give in to them, because all they're looking for is a reaction out of you too. They just want to know that you're actually feeling what they're saying, and that's the biggest thing, is just to put yourself around people that care.
Yeah. So that is all our questions today. Thank you very much
Thank you
for
very
being
much.
part of the blog program.
No worries, guys. Hope I was alright.
Cool. Thank
Some
you.
big side into it.
Thank
It'll be
you.
good.
Sure, my name is Tyler. I'm from Bruin Boys High School. Every Monday around the Roundabout Youth Centre, we have a drop-in at 4 to 6, and all high school students are welcome to come. So yeah, I'll see you there.
Hi, my name is Ali and I'm from Bass High School. Last week our students went to Saturday debate. They've done a wonderful job. Congratulations, guys. All Bass High students jump on the Moodle website to complete your survey about littering for your chance to win a $20 iTunes gift card. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, this is Mustafa
And this is Savannah. We are from Chester High School.
and this is Chesen News.
Well, next week there'll be a medieval show where the Year 8s will be in the hall for 2 periods and they get to experience the medieval times.
More contributors are coming up. They are to wear full formal attire and they will practice for a real interview for a job.
And Year 12s are having the English excursion where they're going to watch Educating Reader at the Seymour Centre.
Thank you for watching, see you next time.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of the vlog. Like, comment and subscribe.